Coach, the entire New England area absolutely socked in by a slow-moving snowstorm, and because of it, we have a winter wonderland here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, 29, Alpha.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Brady gives to Michel. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. We'll get this one out to Rex Burkhead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Wait, 380.
Minus 56. I don't think you got it, son.
What are you hitting?
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check, 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 check. 56, the mic, boy, 56. Check, 56.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 4.
Shadow.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Safety cream. Shoot.
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's coming. We got double up.
80 weapon.
Check 31.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3. Check 24.
Protein spill. Ozzy. Goal 50.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Strip that ball. Switch. Mike's 56.
Topper.
They're not ready for this. They still. All right, here we go. Check it.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Set. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
There we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards. It says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Ricky. Hey, check 24. Check Monday. Check alert. Check 3.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very solid gain of 27. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to you. Bang.
complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A give to Burkhead on first down, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Big air. Watch the air.
Alert!
Throwing now is Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man, I got you. Watch the ship.
Hey, check it.
Watch the ship. Check safety.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
Rep. Tighten up.
Regular.
Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. Burkhead a first down and then some. Trotty! And finally wrestled down at the 11. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
On second down, Michel. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
You got nothing.
On third down, Michel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, Getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Greystone, travel.
Check, check.
Five wide.
Check, go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
40. Tighten up.
Home.
Pull it together.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Allen. And able to find John Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check your hot read. Check.
Half 85. Kill. Half.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to get.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Hey, switch gears.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Dashing through the snow. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A throw over the middle taken in. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
52.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check the backer, check the backer. Joker. Watch out.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 12-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3 buds. Shift.
Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming after you. 72.
On 3rd down, Michel. He's got room to run past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Round 80.
Got double time. Hey, 4 down.
Mike 41, Mike 72.
On first down, Brady. They'll check this one down to Michelle. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
58.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Courage.
Hey, Alabama.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, go 66.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All 52.
Kill. Check. Check.
Middle.
Check.
Allen going to throw. Buying time to his Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go Bandit. Check 61. Match box.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check
3. 218. Chop.
You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep.
Shadow. Ozzy.
Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, 66.
They'll run with Michelle. And an alley to run. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Tackles. Sit.
Tight.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 57 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Watch the shoot. 64, weak.
Again, it's Michel. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Wide, get wide.
Check it. Check 72. Check 13.
From the gun, Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the come.
72.
Check three, check three, check three.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Edelman was the intended target. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Operating from the red zone now. Allen steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw on second and 10. Allen, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for two here.
You. Bang, 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 bang.
Alert.
Mike's 5-4. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Hatchet. Jim.
Hunt going to run for it, and he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a three-score game as the lead remains 18. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going to throw right side here, complete. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Brady, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey.
Protein spill. Regular. Alert.
From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
53.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check safety, check safety.
Topper.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Tighten up.
Brady to Burkhead here on the draw. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Wait, that.
58 for money. Man, that's trash.
Gatto.
On 2nd and 9. Brady, that's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shifts by him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Check 52.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. Strong right.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
At their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I... Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On second down, Michelle. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 72. 10. Shoot. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Go 50.
Here's Brady. He's going to air one out. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Don't throw this way.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. He's got it, and that'll make the score 31-13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Wait, set. Wide, 20.
58, the mic. Check pass.
Greystone, travel.
Check hot route. Hot.
Rip. Sugar.
On 2nd and 9, Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
You draw Porter.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
56. I got one.
From midfield, here's Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
checking crowd.
Regular.
Brady now to throw. That is incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Alabama, 380.
Check 41.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
72.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Wait, set. 53. Bring it. Bring it. Check. Check. 72.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.